are going to Paraganj.
After our adventure in the mesmerizing Ratargul swamp forest, we set our sights on another natural wonder, Bholaganj Sadapathor. Visiting at the end of December, we were curious to see how the season would influence the landscape. The white stones are said to be clearly visible at this time of year, but let's find out just how much of them we could see. Bholaganj is about 39 kilometers from central Sylhet. Located at the end of the Sylhet-Companyganj-Bholaganj highway, it's easy to get there. Rent a car or microbus for a day trip for around 2500 to 3000 taka. You can also take a local bus or CNG auto rickshaw from Amburkhana, which takes about 1.5 hours. A full day CNG rental costs around 1000 to 1500 taka, and bus fare is about 50 to 60 taka per person. Once in Bholaganj, getting a boat to Sadapathor is super simple. After our adventurous trip to Ratargul Swamp Forest, we were starving, so we hopped into Shadhin Bangla restaurant, a budget-friendly spot that didn't break the bank. So affordable, in fact, that I don't even remember the exact price. Just that it was unbelievably reasonable for our whole family. We went for a classic Bangladeshi meal, dal, chicken, vegetables, beef and aloo bharta, also known as mashed potato, the Bangladeshi style. The dal, a bit on the watery side, but it did its job of filling us up. The chicken, decent, though a bit spicier than we are used to. But hey, when you're hungry, it's all about the experience. With lunch done, we didn't linger. We had more to explore, so we moved on, ready for the next adventure.
So how was the lunch?
Yeah, not bad.
After lunch, we headed to number 10 Ghat to start our boat journey. In Bangladesh, Ghat refers to a designated spot along a river bank where boats dock for passengers' goods. These ghats are numbered for easy identification, and number 10 Ghat is one of the main boarding points for boats heading to Shadapathor. Here we rented a boat for 1000 taka, which covered our group of 7 adults and 2 children. The price seemed reasonable as it followed the local boat rental rules.
Hello guys, আমরা এখন সাদা পাথরে যাচ্ছি। Oh my god. Hello everyone. এখন সাদা পাথর যাচ্ছি। তারপরে
Okay. Sadapathor literally means
আপনারা যারা টিকিট
সাদা
কাটেন নাই
means
নিচে
white,
চলে গেছেন
পাথর
আপনাদের
means
দলের
stone.
একজন চলে আসেন কাউন্টারে
So white stone.
কাউন্টারে
Let's
যেতে
find
নগদ
out.
টিকিট পাবেন না
There they are, those boats, just waiting to ferry passengers over to Shadapathor. We've got ourselves one of those rides, but here's a little tip. Make sure you grab the boatman's contact number before you hop on. Trust me, on the way back, if you can't reach him, you could find yourself in a bit of a pickle. Drifting across the Dhalai, a river with a story to tell, born in Meghalaya, flowing into Bangladesh, and carrying whispers of white stones to Shadapathor. Downstream, it shakes hands with the Pian River. Remember that from our Jaflong video? If you haven't watched that, please check the annotation. And like an old traveler, it journeys on to meet the Shurma, If you haven't seen our Dhaka to Sylhet video yet, do check it out. We showed the Selfie Bridge which stands over the Shorma River. During the rainy season, these rivers really beef up, swelling with monsoon rains and rushing with a whole new energy. These waters are more than just a ride. They're the veins of this land, weaving history, nature, and adventure into one.
Here's an array of boats neatly lined up, waiting to ferry passengers to the starting point, like a parking lot but on water. As we step into Shadapatol, it's not just the crystal clear waters that catch the eye, it's the little world that sprang up around it, a maze of shops, each humming with life, almost as if the stones themselves decided to set up a marketplace. And right at the entrance, like a well-placed invitation, is a shop draped in colors, selling beautiful Manipuri dresses. The best part? They won't burn a hole in your wallet. So if you've ever wanted to wrap yourself in the elegance of the Northeast, here's your chance. Who knows? You might just live with a little modern memories, perhaps a piece of tradition stitched into fabric. Here they stand, a few horses, waiting almost as if they belong to the sand itself. There's something natural about this pairing, isn't there? Now it's time for Ronnie, Maisha, Sadat, and Ronnie's dad to hop on. Ronnie took one horse, his father took another, while Maisha and Sadat sharing a single horse. The handlers were incredibly helpful, making sure no one slipped or tumbled off. Riding the horses made it easier for them to travel across the sand. As for the price, well, we don't quite remember, but as far as we recall, it was pretty reasonable. A fair deal.
After horseback riding, it's time for a tea break. So here we are at the tea stall.
ভিজিয়ে ভিজিয়ে চা খাচ্ছি আমরা বিস্কিট ভিজিয়ে ভিজিয়ে চা খাচ্ছি
How's the
গরম
flavor?
গরম
Sweet.
এর জন্য দাঁড়া আছে
How's the taste?
মেলু সাম মেলু থেকে ওদিকে যাব ওইটা মেলু
Powdered milk.
হ্যাঁ আরে
গরম
ঘোড়া
গরম
চড়ে
গরম
ওইদিকে যাবো শুন।
This cooking.
আমি তো বাংলা না না ইংরেজি হ্যালো হ্যালো
This.
হ্যালো
Hello.
We're now making our way to the highlight of the day, and in just a few more minutes, you'll see exactly why we've been longing to be here. The setting sun promises to paint the sky in golden hues, while the gentle mist drapes the landscape like a soft, whispered secret. With the perfect weather and this almost enchanted charm, it's shaping up to be an unforgettable, dreamlike experience. As Mia walked across the white stones with Maisha and Sadat, I couldn't shake off the strange resemblance between Japan's Nagatoro and Bholaganj's Shadapathor. There was an uncanny sense of peace despite the lively chatter around us. And as the afternoon light softened, the place took on an almost surreal tranquility. Something that can only be truly felt in person. Do you see the resemblance too? Let us know in the comments.
Can you explain the experience of?
At the first it was not cold, but gradually we were feeling cold, and also the stones were slippery. Yeah, so let's go back.
What about the stone?
Huh?
Stone.
Stones were slippery and sometimes painful. Yeah.
We came across a small street food stall where a vendor was selling jujube, olive, and cucumber. By this point, we were completely exhausted because we had already visited two places today, Ratargul Swamp Forest and now Phulaganj Shatapathor. Since the weather felt dry and quite hot from our perspective, we decided to grab something from here to stay hydrated and curb our hunger a little.
খুব মজা লাগে পানি দিয়ে
로보 뭐라때 뭐이? 로보 뭐라때 뭐?
এটা যে একটু লবণ দিয়ে দেন
이따다키마스.
তো
오타리.
very refreshing, right?
Hmm?
Very refreshing under the just scorching heat.
오늘 거람나. 맛있어.
This shasha is called khirai.
Anyway, compared to Japanese, it's good. And the tastes like melon.
Very watery, right?
Very watery, and because shosha and melon are same family. But Japanese shosha is more like shobuji flavor. But this big shosha are more melon flavor.
This we usually have during summer.
Good for hydrating.
Hydrate.
With robon salt then sweat after sweating. Today, like today.
So we are heading back.
And after we are also going back home.
Hmm.
First, let's go back. So again, boat. Yeah, let's go.
We are heading back.
Have you ever felt the rivers whispering to each other? For those who've watched our Jaflong video, do you see any familiar beauty in this place? Let us know in the comments below. As these rivers meet and greet, it's as if nature itself has carefully painted the surroundings with a touch of serenity, creating an atmosphere that feels almost divine, like a peaceful song played by the earth itself.
So, Bholaganj, bye bye, bye bye. Until next time.
Wow, what a long day, right? Now we are heading back to our apartment to grab some dinner.
Yeah, we just finished dinner and wrapping up for the day. So thank you for watching and coming with us on day 3 of Surat. And tomorrow we will be moving to Sri Mangal. So I hope you will also enjoy that trip. And see you again. And good night.